Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole Kristen, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about what life is like traveling after brain surgery. For those of you who do not know, earlier this year I was in a remote part of Sri Lanka. I had 3 seizures, the first seizures I've ever had in my life. Ended up being hospitalized and needing brain surgery. I was rushed back to the United States, had brain surgery. I'm still here, so it went successfully. So today I'm going to talk to you about what life is like traveling after all this happened.
I was making my way across town, trying to get to you. Keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out, that's true. Now I get butterflies just thinking about.
All right, so let's talk about some things that I absolutely cannot do after having brain surgery. Number 1 on the list is scuba diving. You definitely can't be way underneath the water, controlling your regulator, trying to breathe. If something happens and I lose control of my body, is absolutely dangerous and will be life-threatening. So that is off limits for the next year. Number 2, surfing. So while I might be able to surf in some whitewash and some short areas, I definitely can't be doing what we were doing in Costa Rica last summer. We're going through these big waves and we're way out there because if something happened and I go under the water and I'm having a seizure, well, I'm gonna breathe in all of that water and no one can help me. By the time they swim out past those waves, I'm pretty much gone. So surfing is X'd out for it the next year at least. And the last one on the list that is definite no is skydiving or falling out of a plane. If you can imagine falling out of a plane, you definitely need to be conscious. You can't lose absolute control of your body. That would be 100% dangerous. So that is a definite no for the next year. And I probably shouldn't do this or that. Or that. Thank you. Thanks. Nice to meet you. All right, so now what is life like really traveling after you've had brain surgery? Well, some things I need to keep in mind is dehydration. My neurosurgeon made sure to tell me that I need to have electrolytes on me and I always need to be hydrated for this noggin of mine. Secondly, making sure I get enough sleep. If anyone's been traveling, you know, sometimes you have to get up really early. There are lots of days with lack of sleep. Well, it's really important to make sure that ongoing overall, I get enough sleep for my brain. I don't want any future problems that can be controlled by myself. And third is making sure to manage my stress. Well, this is very difficult for almost anyone. I need to make it a priority that I don't get overly stressed. So I was working pretty close to full-time. Now I have cut back my hours to make sure that I don't overstress for my brain. So keeping that up and managing stress is important. And another thing that's super important to make sure while we're traveling is the medical system. So we specifically made sure that German medical system is fantastic. If I have a problem, my neurosurgeon knows other neurosurgeons here that can recommend. God forbid if I had to go into another brain surgery, which is hopefully never the case ever again. Another thing to make sure is knowing the emergency contacts of each country. So in the middle of the night, Ryan had to figure out with very low service in a remote area of Sri Lanka, what was the number. So in the US we have 911, but I don't know if you can name off every emergency contact number in the world. So now we just have to make sure it is written down on our phones and we know it like the back of our hand, because you don't want to end up in a scary situation. You want to feel like you're calm, collected, and cool when you're having seizures in another country. I don't know. Quick, what is the emergency emergency contact number in Germany?
112.
All right, good job. I'll be saved today. So I'm really fortunate that brain surgery went well, that I'm even able to travel again. This whole experience has really just instilled inside of me things I already knew, but kind of made it even more known that you want to make sure you are living the life you always wanted to live, because time is never promised. Things can just happen. And for me, that's traveling, and this is what makes me the happiest. And I'm going to continue to live that life that I always wanted. So if any of this resonates with you, or you have any questions for me, make sure to comment down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you can keep following my journey on what life is like traveling after brain surgery.